All right, is everybody ready? We're coming back to you very early in the morning because we have a safety message that we want to get out to our community as they wake up in the morning and start about their day. There have been reports in the media that this device was triggered by a tripwire, and we are here to say that that is a possibility. We understand that those reports are out there, and it is very possible that this device was a device that was activated by someone either handling, kicking, or coming in contact with a tripwire that activated the device. So that changes things in that our safety message to this point has been involving the handling of packages and telling this community, do not handle packages, do not pick up packages, do not disturb packages. We now need the community to have an extra level of vigilance and pay attention to any suspicious device, whether it be a package, a bag, a backpack, anything that looks out of place, and do not approach it. Again, do not approach items like that, but instead call 911 to report it so we can go out and make sure that it is in fact safe. So the reports that we have right now, it is unconfirmed at this time, again, because we are going to wait until the sun comes up so we can safely process this scene and make sure that we do it appropriately in daylight. But what we do understand now is that the possibility exists that this device was triggered in a different mechanism, that being a tripwire, and that is something that's very important for this community to understand so that we can all remain safe while we work through this investigation. I'm going to put out two other messages. This first one we were asked to put out from AISD, and Austin Independent School District families in the Travis Country neighborhood. We are aware of police activity in your area. We are working with the Austin Police Department to take appropriate measures. Due to police activity, we will not be able to send school buses into the neighborhood on Monday, March 19th. Any tardies or absences due to the situation will be excused. So again, this message is being pushed out by AISD. They asked us if we would help them get this message out to the families and the students that live in the Travis Country neighborhood behind us. In addition to that, we're going to ask the residents in the Travis County neighborhood to stay in your homes tomorrow morning and give us the opportunity to process this scene once the sun comes up. We're going to ask that you remain in your homes until 10 a.m. to give us the opportunity, and by that time we will have put out additional information of where we're at as we process. If you have an emergency and you need to get out of your residence, please call 911 and let us know what your address is so we can come in and safely escort you out of the neighborhood. Again, we're asking you to stay in your residence till we've had the opportunity to ensure that this neighborhood is safe. And if you have an emergency, please call 911, give us the address so we can come in and safely escort you out. This information we're giving you now is very preliminary. We have not done anything to process the post-blast scene, but we have a duty to keep this community safe, and given that we now believe there might have been a different triggering mechanism in this device, we wanted to get that out as early as possible so people will have this information as they wake up in the morning and begin their day. If there are questions, I'll open it up, but again, there's just not a lot we have based on us not even processing the scene yet.
To what degree do you feel like there could be other devices in this neighborhood that people should be aware of?
So we've had the ability to go around the immediate area and look for devices, but that is why we are choosing to wait until the sun comes up in the morning. That's why we're asking the residents to stay inside so that we can do our best to ensure that there are no other devices, and then be sure of that once we open the neighborhood back up.
So just to be clear, this was a bomb?
What we know right now is we've had an explosion take place, and we do believe, based on what we've seen, that this was a bomb that exploded. However, we are not believing that this is similar to the previous ones, as in packages left on doorsteps, but instead this was some type of a suspicious package that was left on the side of the road that detonated and injured these two men that were hurt earlier tonight.
So you don't know at this point if it's connected to the other bombings?
We're working under the belief that they are connected. However, we have not, again, processed the scene. So once we go in and do the post-blast analysis in the morning, we'll have a better idea if the components of this device are similar to the other components, and it ultimately may rely on the results from laboratory examination to come to a final confirmation of that. But we are working under the belief that this is related to the other bombing incidents that have occurred in our community over the past week and a half.
How's the potential
Were
use?
taken to the hospital? Were they neighbors, residents? Or...
I don't have that information.
Okay.
Can you describe their injuries and have y'all talked to them?
I know there were some initial conversations, but I'm not sure once they got to the hospital how much additional interviewing was able to take place. But I was told that they were treated for non-life-threatening injuries, but I don't have any additional information on their status at this time. Again, we're focused tonight. We don't normally come out at this time of the morning, but we have a safety message we want this community to hear as soon as they get up in the morning.
Is it true that they were struck by nails from the bomb?
Well, obviously these explosions are using different types of projectiles that are included in the device, and I'm not sure yet, again, not having processed the scene, what evidence is in the scene from the blast, and I've not been to the hospital to know what injuries these men sustained and what was the mechanism of them.
Last question.
Were they riding their bikes at the time on the sidewalk?
I'm aware that they were either riding or pushing the bikes is what we believe. Thank you.
How does the potential use of a tripwire